Shalom, worthy of all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, okay? So through the Spirit, I just started reading and wasn't going to do a lesson, but I said, you know what, I might as well do a lesson since I'm reading this right now. And it's in 2nd Ezra 13, and it's a vision Ezra's had during the time of the end, okay? It says, starting at 10, it says, "But only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests." All right, and this is talking about a chariot. It's a vision, and the chariot was, blasting. That's the fire that he saw, the concentrated fire coming out of the chariot, right? Because there's going to be war in heaven. It says Esau and his angels, versus let's get that real quick. When Yahweh Bashem Shai are going to visit the earth, they're going to visit the earth. And let's start out with Matthew 10 and 34. "Think not," this is Yahweh Shai speaking, "think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." So he's coming to war with the people, with the armies, the militaries of the earth. And he's gonna war with the heathen and the 2/3, and he's gonna bring salvation to the elect. All right. So if you're in the military, you're definitely not part of the elect unless you drop out or get yourself discharged out that thing. You're definitely not of the elect if you're in the military. That's Esau's. You're going to be part of the allegiance of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his wickedness to fight Yahweh Shai and the angels. Because it tells you on Revelation 12 and 7, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels." And the dragon is Esau Edom, right? We know that through the parabolic, it's a similitude. The dragon, which is aka serpent, aka the snake, the serpent, right? In the Garden of Eden, goes back to it goes back to that serpent in the Garden of Eden, which is a metaphor. Let me just grab this real quick so you people can understand. It's 3:18. "And I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that the Most High might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts." So the dragon, the serpent, it's a metaphor. The men, talking about, you see what I'm saying? It says that they themselves are the beasts. Now we go to Genesis 3 and 1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh the Most High had made." So you see this. Well, let's keep reading. "And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden." So this is talking about that snake, right? That serpent in the Garden of Eden. But it says he's more subtle than any beast. And we just read in Ecclesiastes 3 and 18 that the men are the beasts. So who's the subtle beast it's talking about here? It's talking about the so-called white men. So now when we go to Revelation 12:7 says, "And there was war in heaven, and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels." All right, and the dragon is going to be Esau Edom, that serpent. Going back to the Garden of Eden, then Michael is going to be he's the archangel, which the word arch, it means chief angel. It means arch, it means chief. So he's the chief angel, along with Yahushai, are going to take on the dragon's angels, and it's also going to be the other heathen nations, because they're going to unite. Because if you remember in the 80s when what's his name, Ronald Reagan, he had made a statement saying that if there was any alien force that was a threat to the earth, he would hope that all the nations would put aside their differences and fight together. And that's what this is talking about. That's why he said that. That's why old Ronnie Reagan said that, because they understand the prophecies. I'm not saying necessarily Ronald Reagan understands the prophecies, but his higher ups understand the prophecies. The men that are giving him orders, the wicked elite, if you will. You see? And so, even you have a thing called the Blue Angels, and they represent jets. So this is talking about, let me read it again. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. And, another word for a jet is angel. That's why Esau has a team, a jet flying team called the Blue Angels. And when we know about the scriptures, we know that the chariots are the angels. All right, let's get that real quick. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So those beams of his chambers, that's also going into that fire that was coming out of the mouth. It was coming out of the mouth of the chariot that we read about in Esdras, which I'm going to go back to that. But it says, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. See, his angels are in those chariots. All right. Now we go back to 2nd Esdras. You got to break things down, when you read these scriptures. You got to go into the precepts to get understanding. 2nd Esdras 13:11 says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest. So there's going to be storming, bad weather, when these chariots are having war in heaven with the militaries of the earth, and fell with violence upon the multitude. Why do you think they created a space force? Because they know these prophecies. All right. The great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, which are those heathen militaries, and burned them up everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Right. Esdras got afraid when he saw the vision of the end. And he's not even in the midst of it. He's literally just seeing a vision. So how much more the people that are in the midst of that destruction? Let me get this precept because it tells you how scared Esdras was. He was afraid, right? He said, you go to 2nd Esdras 16:17, because he saw the destruction, he saw the end, and he understood reincarnation, regeneration. He knew that he would be reincarnated back on the earth, because only the pagan Christians don't understand regeneration, reincarnation. But anyway, 2nd Esdras 16, Esdras, he says, woe is me, meaning that's destruction, what woe means. Who will deliver me in those days? You see, he saw the destruction and he was freaking out. Like, who's going to deliver me? Because before, you got to understand, before Ezra's time, they knew that there was going to be a Messiah to come, to return, to save his people. But they didn't know, at that time, the Messiah hadn't come during the time of Ezra. So that's why he said, who shall deliver me in those days? Because we know that Yahweh Shai is going to deliver his people. Right? Matthew 1:21, and he shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins. And how are we going to get saved? Because Matthew 24:30, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, this is Yahweh Shai speaking, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Remember, he maketh the chariot his clouds, so the clouds are the chariots. And this is how the righteous, the elect, the 1/3 of Israel, the remnant, are going to be delivered by the clouds, the chariots, after the war. Or, I'm sorry, it'll be right at the same time. At the last moment, in the nick of time. The elect shall be saved scarcely. Matthew 24:31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. I mean, a trumpet is to warn, right? The trumpet warns people. If you hear a trumpet in the ancient world, you knew that something was about to go down. That's what Yahweh Shai is going to, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to, well, let's read it again. And he shall send his angels, Yahweh, with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the one end of heaven to the other. So the elect are going to get gathered, while the others who are not of the elect are going to be dealing with that tempest, that the chariots, which is a curse to the earth, right? It tells you that. Is it Jeremiah or Zechariah, maybe? Let me see. Oh yeah, Zechariah 5. He saw the chariot, right? Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. He said unto me, What seest thou? I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. So he sees this flying roll in the sky, right? Which is a chariot. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. Right? So the chariots are going to be a curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth. Right? They're going to curse the 2/3 in the heathen. They're going to bless, because they're going to bring us salvation, deliverance, literally, physically, into its. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna literally go on up in a chariot during this destruction. So let's go back to Esdras. I'm gonna close out because I wanted to just get it a quick one, but the Spirit jumped on me to do a lesson because I started reading what I'm reading here. Zechariah. Let me see. Esdras, 2nd Esdras 13. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that, because it's still going into the end and the vision of the end. But it was the Spirit to just kind of bring out the chariots, and Lord's will. I have a camp today. Lord's will. The Lord brings us a chariot to reveals a chariot, just to boost our faith, give us a higher portion of faith, right? Like he did Elisha when Elisha saw Elijah go up in the chariot. one of his rewards was that he would receive a double portion of the spirit of his teacher Elijah. Elisha was the understudy of Elijah, but he asked Elijah for a double portion of his spirit, and Elijah told him, if you see me going up in the chariot tomorrow, then you will get that. He said, but it's a hard thing, what you asked for. But indeed, Elisha saw him go up in the chariot. It's in the book of Kings, I believe. But I'm going to go ahead and close out for now. I got to get some things done before camp. So I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Kudash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.